Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Charlene. In today's video, we're doing my project, use it up, use it down. I want to get a lot of use out of these items that I'm sharing with you in today's video, whether there are body mists here or perfumes. So if you want to see the things that I put on my list, it's 20 items that I have on my list that I would like to use down or use up within this next few months throughout the rest of this year, then just stay tuned. All right, so I have this group here of perfumes, and then I have all of these mists that I pulled out that I want to get more use out of. Like I said, to get down usage. And some of these are on a tray I've had in my collection for quite some time, and some of them are kind of newer to my collection, but for some reason I'm not gravitating towards them, and I'll get to that in a second. But let me go ahead and start with the mist that I want to make sure. I got a mixture of Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret in pink that's on here. So I'm gonna start with these ones in the bag, and I'm gonna move my way forward. There's Pretty as a Peach. One here has notes of blush and peach, jasmine petals, white nectarine, apple blossom, and sheer freesia. Now, the peach notes are hit and miss for me, so it depends on the scent of whether I gravitate towards it or not. And I'm thinking about putting this on my August tray. I'm thinking about doing citrus as my theme for the tray for August, and this might, and peach, and so this might go on there. But this scent is a nice scent, but it's not something I would want to wear by itself. So it's definitely something I would want to layer with something. And so I'm not pulling for it. It is a nice peach scent, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I love. So I want to get more use out of it. I want to use it down or use it completely. We'll see how that goes. But I would like to definitely get more use out of this. So this is numero uno on the list. And two other things that I have here from the Disney collection. These were the ones that was not my absolute favorites. This one has some kind, it's very intriguing to me. And I think it would work really good coming up this fall and winter. So I want to get a lot of use out of it if I can. This is the jasmine one that has sparkling jasmine flower, jeweled currants, and soft woods. I really do think I will get more use out of it in the fall, so I want to make sure that I try to use it as much as I can, because I think this one here, like I said, wasn't one of my favorites, but I think I may love it more in the fall. So stay tuned to my opinion on it. So that's why I added this one, because I want to play with it more to see how I really feel about that one. And then this other one is the Cinderella one that has, that's what Cinderella looks like. It has garden petals, enchanting musk, and sapphire blue amber. So this was another one that wasn't one of my favorites. So I want to make sure that I play with it more to really get my true thoughts on this one and get use out of it, because I don't want to have it just sitting there because I don't think that I love it as much as I actually might love it if I play with it more. Since I have several backups of these summer collections, I decided to add these on here. So the blue raspberry, I want to get use out of this one. Blue raspberry, juicy candy, sweet musk. Take advantage of these while we're still in the hot months. So the other ones I have not used at all. These ones I've used a couple of times. So I will mark all of these as to where they are. I don't know if this one is the one that I sprayed already, but I've grabbed this one. So this is the Starfruit Sangria that has the Golden Starfruit, Kiwi Nectar, and Chilled Sangria. I love that scent, so that's the one that I grabbed. And then the Gumball Sugar, Candy Fruits, and Citrus Burst from the Bubblegum Pop. I want to see what layering combinations I can do with these. And then Cotton Candy Clouds. I been working on this one already that I really enjoy, the Spun Sugar, Pink Berries, and Whipped Vanilla. So I'll put these in there because these are ones that are newer to my collection. But like I said, I did get backups of those. So I want to get some good use out of those original ones there. Now, this other one here, I told you guys that I wanted to add to my list was the Watermelon Lemonade. This is one that is older to my collection that has the watermelon on ice, sparkling water, and sugared lemon. It's exactly what it says, watermelon and lemon put together. So lemonade put together. So this is a very good summer one, and I want to get more use out of this one because this one is older in my collection. So I want to make sure I either use that one up or use it down. And then this one, the Guilty as a Fig, you guys know I absolutely love. And since I do have a lot of backups of this one as well, I want to use this one down as much as I can. I know I will. And this one is Fig Nectar, Lush Jasmine, and Creamy Musk. And then this other one is from the bringbacks that they did, the 10 bringbacks that they did this year, the Bali Mango. This one is on the fence because of this passion flower note in here. So I really want to play with this more to give my true thoughts on this scent. It has juicy mango, pink passion flower, and luscious nectarine, this Bali Mango one. So I want to play with this more to really see what I think about it. My initial reaction is it's giving more mango skin, like a bitter mango with an override of the passion, fruit flower than the mango. So that's what's throwing me off with that one. Charming Rose is one that I had on my tray a while back that I absolutely love, that has the strawberry jam and freesia in it with roses. And this one is a very good one. I have a backup of this one, so I want to get more use out of this one. So that one's on the list. This one here that's on Vacation, Vanilla and Dreamy. I got backups of these. You guys saw it in my last Victoria's Secret Pink SAS haul. And I told you that I had been using the one I originally got up pretty good. I want to continue using this one up or using it down as much as I can. So that's this one. And I have my Bare Vanilla Daydream. That is another one that I've been loving. This is beautiful. It has fruity, fluffy vanilla and soft sandalwood. This is, it's a sweet, airy vanilla, and I love it. I've worn it during the daytime, but I really love it at night as well. So this one to me is a beautiful scent, and I want to use this down more. I don't know if I want to completely use it up, but I do want to use it down. And this is another older one that's been in my collection, and I just need to go ahead and finish it. So Night, Victoria's Secret Night Perfume. Do anyone remember this one? Does anyone remember this one? It's just like a little bit of juice in here. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this one up. So I'll keep you guys posted monthly on the mist. And I think it's one other one that's on my tray this month that I will move on to this one. Probably once I use this one up and I finish the tray for the month, I may move that one over. Another one that's been in my collection for a while. I want to try to get some of those that's older and get use out of them and get them completed. So now perfumes. So the first one I have here is Unbreakable Love by, what is this? The Lamar and Chloe perfume that they have. Now, I don't know if I hauled this with you guys when I picked it up, but I picked up several perfumes months ago at this point that were from the, is it Fragrance Net or Joma Shop, one or the other. Probably Fragrance Net because I used them more so. But I picked this up because it kind of had notes similar to the light blue, but a little bit different. So let me tell you guys about this, because this is a good citrus, woody, musky scent. So it has top notes of bergamot and neroli, middle notes of cardamom, tonka bean, and lily of the valley, and base notes of musk and cedar. So that's what this one is giving. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it real quick, because I remember spraying these and putting it to the side, because it was more so when I got it, it was still winter time, and I said I'm gonna pull it out in the summer. And this probably will go on my August tray, because like I said, I want to do a citrus theme. But yeah, you get the bright opening of the citruses, so that bergamot and neroli. And I remember this when I sprayed it on my skin, because this is a unisex fragrance. So when I first sprayed it on my skin, it made me think it was more masculine at first, but that dissipated quite quickly, and it turned into that spicy floral, because the cardamom gives it a little kick with the florals, and then it gives you that musky woody scent. So it's definitely, yeah. So it does kind of, it's not light blue, it is not, but it kind of is in the same vein, like they could be cousins. And it gives it like a woody, a slight woody, more musky scent. So what you get in here is citrus, a little bit of a kick with a little bit of sweetness and floral, and musk with slight woodiness. And it's a beautiful scent. So, but it's just been sitting here, and I need to get use of it. So I want to get some good use out of this one for the remaining of the year. So that is a good one. The other one I have on here is C Passion by Giorgio Armani. And whenever I held this up to the light, you guys, I don't know if you can see, but it's right in here, right where the eye, the little symbol is for the eye for C. But yeah, I will mark all of these so I can keep track of where they are, and I can see it is right here. So it's about a little bit more than half a bottle in here, but I've had this for several years. I love the scent. This is a fruity, it's sweet, has a slight wooziness to it. So the notes on this, it has a lot of fruits. It has pear, blackcurrant, pink pepper, grapefruit, middle notes of pineapple, rose, jasmine, heliotrope, and base notes of vanilla, cedar, patchouli, and amberwood. And like I said, I've had this for a few years now. Absolutely beautiful. I got it when I was on a trip. Do you guys do that? That when you go on a trip, that you like to pick up a fragrance, so that when you think about that fragrance, it reminds you of that trip? I tend to do that every single time. Like when I went to Alaska, I got a couple of fragrances, and I haven't shared that with you guys yet, so I need to share those with you. But this was, yeah. So this one is a beautiful one. I absolutely love this one, but it is older in my collection, so I would like to make sure I get more use out of that one. So the next one that I want to share with you is, so this next couple of ones I'm going to share with you guys, I got from, like I said, Fragrance Net or Joma Shop, whatever. But these were the unboxed or tester type fragrances that they were selling that were super affordable. So that's a good way to test fragrances if you are interested in one, because those tester prices or the unboxed prices are cheaper. But what I did not like about these was that they did not have caps to them. So it's caused me to not want to use them. So they're sitting here without caps. So I know in some fragrances that's not a good thing, because the stuff can dissipate, but that's what this one is. It's Guess Seductive is what it says, but it's the I'm Yours. So when you type in Guess Seductive, it doesn't pull up this pink bottle, but it's the Guess Seductive I'm Yours collection. And this is a floral type perfume. It has notes of passion fruit, peony, and then middle notes of magnolia, orchid, tiara flower, lily, base note of patchouli, vanilla, musk, woodsy notes, and vetiver. So this is definitely, like I said, a floral, sweet, woodsy scent. And I really did enjoy this when I sprayed it on my skin, when I actually received, when I got it. It is a nice scent. It's very nice scent. But I wasn't gravitating towards it. So I want to have it in here on this part of this project, so I can have it in front of me to say, hey, just use it. It don't matter if you got a cap, girl, just use it. And I did test all these out when I received them, and they all, I thought, were very good fragrances. But I just don't like the fact that they don't have a cap. That's all to it. That's just me being picky. And I need to get over it. I got it for a good price, so I just need to get over it. This other one is by Jean Artiste. That is another one that doesn't have the cap on it. It's the Amor Mio Eau de Perfume. It's beautiful. It's made in France. It's Amor Mio, I Love You. And this is a fruity sweet scent, and it has notes of pear, pink pepper, grapefruit, middle notes of rose, peony, geranium, and base notes of musk, vanilla, and tonka bean. Now this one, I think this one was lacking on longevity for me, if I can remember correctly. And because it definitely has that floral, rose, musky scent. And I like rose, but it has to be done right. Yeah, it has to be right. So this is definitely a musk, like I said, a musky rose scent with a little bit of floral. The floral, or not floral, fruit. The fruit that's in there when you first sniff it, when it first sprays, you do get some of the fruit, but it's very light. What's prominent in here is the rose and the musk with some slight sweetness. So it is a feminine scent. And if you like rose, not a heavy rose, like a light rose, then it will be something that you will like. But it's on here for me to get more use out of. And all of these ones that's on the tray is appropriate for this time. But like I say in other videos, you wear your perfumes whenever you want to wear them. But, you know, sometimes they classify them for good certain seasons. And all of these are pretty good for around this time of year. So the next one I have here was the Kim Kardashian Pure Honey one. This is another one that, like I say, don't have the cap to it. But this is a like it says, pure honey. That's what it is. Honey with some sweet, you know, it has the sweetness. And it has a touch of floral in it. So the top notes is freesia, mandarin blossom, red rose. Middle notes of beeswax, honey, honeysuckle, and orchid, and base notes of coconut, vanilla, and musk. So this is predominantly that honey scent. Trying to find the spray part. There it goes. Yep. Beeswax honey with sweetness. And like I said, just a touch of floral. Yeah. Yeah, touch of floral. Honeysuckle is in here. And the sweetness and the honey. The beeswax is very predominant, but it tones down a little bit with just honey. But yes, this is honey with touch of floral, is a touch of sweetness, and musk, and that's it. So if you love honey scents, you will really enjoy this one. But she nailed the theme on here with the bee and everything. You see the bee is on there, and yeah, the design is kind of like a little hive-y type situation. Yeah, it's a nice fragrance. Just don't like the fact that it didn't have a top on it. Now this other one is I Love Love by the Moschino. This one is, it reminds you a lot of the Light Blue. It's a citrus type scent. that has a lot of notes in it. It has grapefruit, orange, lemon. So all the citruses, just about. And red currant, that's all in the top notes. Middle notes of sugarcane, bulrush, lily of the valley, tea rose, and cinnamon. And then base notes of musk, cedar, and thanaka wood. And like I said before, this is heavy on the citrus with some sweetness to it. So you got to really love the citrus. And this is grapefruit and lemon, which I know some people, depending on your skin chemistry, it can not go so great. But on me, it was fine. Yeah. Citrus with some sweetness. And this is probably going to be on my August tray as well, because I want to do citrus with sweetness, like a sugared lemon type thing. And I'm trying to debate what else I want to add for the theme on there, because I don't think I want to just do sugared lemon by itself. Like I was thinking about peach or apple or something else, but right now I'm leaning on the citrus, and this is definitely going to get on there. Now, like I said, this isn't for everybody, but if you love a citrus scent, you will enjoy this one. So I have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 perfumes, and then we had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So a total of 20 items that's is in this project. Use it down, use it up, and I'll give you guys updates as the month goes on about how I'm doing with these. I might just do monthly updates on these to tell you guys how I'm doing. And like I said, once I finish this one, I'm thinking about adding the other one that was on my tray for this month that is older in my collection, so it will replace that one. But I'll let you know if I decide to do that or not when I do my first update on this one. So let me know if you have any of these items in your collection, and if you do, what do you enjoy about them, and what do you think about them? How are you using them? I would like to know down in the comments, because I'm going to start mixing some of this with some of the things in my collection and seeing how they work and how I'm enjoying them, and I'll make sure I keep you guys posted on that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned to my next video. Bye.